matches.
Interesting.
They've played Arsenal, they've played Frequency, they've played Hacienda and Payload.
I think whose pick is this then? If like, well, I guess it depends on what their stats are on the other ones. Maybe it depends.
Well, LG, I think their go-to is Hacienda because they've played that 5 times. The other is probably Payload.
LG, 5-man hit towards B and a quick plant. Puts pressure on Optic to now make an incredible retake.
You just see Formal go all the way back to that 18. Now for OpTic, it just starts with Scump and Karma going on the flank. Can they find kills? TJ able to find the opener. Classic didn't have the best game one, but able to win the first gunfight. But there's the trade. And it's so hard to defuse the bomb, but Krim able to gun both Gunless and Formal. And the bomb's defused already. OpTic Gaming with a great retake.
It felt like it all just started. I mean, I know we say it all the time. Starts with TJ. TJ comes in. He gets that first pick. It spreads the defense out. Suddenly, it's a bit of a scramble.
But really, that round relies on Formal because Formal backs up with the ICR, and he's just watching the bomb defuse. So but right there, Krim gets the 2-piece, and the round's best play guns 2 people.
Yeah. TJ starts it. Krim finishes it. Nice shots there to find 2. And it's a tall order for Krim playing that ICR. You know, we know how talented players like Formal can be. We've seen Gunless with the ICR a little bit in the first map. I mean, he's not going to have many easy gunfights. And it's interesting too because you think back to last year, like when you had Formal still on OpTic, like who's going to be that main AR? You know, Krim was for a bit, Formal was for a bit. There was a battle back and forth over who should have it. Well, now they're battling against each other.
So OpTic. Slow start, first 20 seconds, but now they're starting to make their way towards A. John's here. The slide to the right, able to have some help, able to find TJ. Now he's just trying to stay up. But Slash takes him down. Slash is prone, trying to help him, but runs into the pre-fire, but there's pre-fires on both ends. Everybody's shooting their own teammates.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was like a sliver of health for OpTic. You assume someone's going to get dropped. It ends up being a team kill, but it's not going to matter in the end because Karma's killing friends, foes, the works inside of showers, and OpTic get back-to-back rounds.
We saw that shot. Formal was very vocal after this round. I mean, Karma, though, he finds 3. Finds Formal, finds that second one, and then this player goes on the flank.
Yeah, I think he had like 4 plus a team kill. He killed everything.
See, that player who did flank, there was one he was shooting at, literally had a sliver of
well, even on the first push, like at one point you saw 3 OpTic players stacked there, and all of them had 1 bar of HP. You just think they're all going to drop. But I think the only one that actually ended up falling was the team kill. The others are able to get healed back up, and Karma takes over. Formal gets 2. Krim and Scump both fall victim to that, and he gets aggressive behind it, looks for position. The third comes in the form of an assist. Karma with another team kill onto Zuma. Not that it's really going to matter at this stage in the round.
We're going hunting. Look at all those blue arrows. Maybe 1 or 2 stays with the bomb, but the rest are trying to hunt him down.
It's time to eat, and Karma's for dinner. They're looking for him.
Remember, we see Formal open that side up with 2 ICR kills. What that reminds me of is Gen G. I mean, one player that's always good inside that ace side is Mox with the ICR. I feel like he always finds a couple of kills around, at least 1. Gunless is able to find Karma.
Well, we saw Mox versus Formal, right? And like Mox destroyed that series. I mean, he was better in basically every mode.
Nice little wall bang out of Formal.
A little less animated after that round. They got a win on the board.
Still, though, in previous matches when we've gone to LG, not a lot of communication going on. Now you can just sort of see a couple of match wins under their belt.
A little more chatter?
A little more chatter.
Classic the spot. Does he get caught? He gets out. He re-challenges, though. He's in trouble. They're going to try and overwhelm him. Tries the pre-fire. Can't get away. Gonna get caught. TJ already in top window, so the rotation player. Informal drops as well. Full sight control. This is going to be a round win for OpTic.
You already know how tilted I am watching that.
He made the move to back out, and then I don't know if he thought they were closer and thought he had to like try to get one. I don't know. I thought he was just going to dip out to mid-map and get out of there.
All you're doing there is gaining information, and then play a 5v5. Now you leave your team in a 1 versus 5 as John's on the flank. Like, I don't know if he's just trying to get 1 kill.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. I mean, maybe he just thought they were close enough that he was going to get pushed, and he had to just try and get 1 before he dropped. But well, from our POV, it's easier sometimes. We can see that he absolutely could have got out of there and got back to mid-map, got back to the rotators. But I'm not sure. But you got to find a way to stay alive in that spot. Just on this map, we see it so often. Whether it's a sniper, whether it's an ICR, whether it's a Maddox player, whether their position, I don't know, even in top window, bottom door, at the truck, in the mid connector, like they get caught all the time.
Just do your job. Just run away. They're B. All right, cool. We'll rotate. Watch Crim. Well, we see him. See ya. Wow, you did your job, Crim. Fundamentals. It's not that hard.
That's a good example of it here.
It's really not that hard.
Gets more information, spots 1 more. Now the rotation comes through. Now OPTIC still obviously have work to do, but at least the odds are even, and then Crim gets a kill before he gets dropped, and the players are here for the trades. But the trades go the way of LG. LG lose 1 in a team kill as John falls to the cluster. 3v2 for LG. They really need a round in this one. Formal, the man with position. No ICR on Crim to pick him up, but as he gets stunned, him and Gunless in trouble, but Formal finds it. And Slacked ends it. So even if you play the right way, it's a good example. You're not always going to win the round, but you give yourself a chance to win the round.
I mean, Gunless has a cluster, throws it into Ice Cream, finds a kill. Like, that's just what it comes down to. TJ's in there, gets shot, and now they have man advantage. And, well, nice offense. He might not have that cluster. But, yeah, Crim's job, stay alive. And then he ends up getting the first blood after that. That's more than what you can ask for.
3-2 now for OPTIC.
Remember, the last time they tried to retake that B site, they had 2 players on the flank. That time they didn't.
Classic won't have to deal with any pressure towards the B side this time around. It's an all-out hit into showers. Formal takes the first gunfight, and Scump rips him. Now, you saw the cluster on offense from LG. Now it's OPTIC's turn. It's a team kill as well, but it gets 2. It gets 2 of the opposition as well. 3v1. Nice offensive hit from OPTIC. Classic does pick up 1. 1v3, looking for the heal. Not up in time. I think if you're Formal, you just got to win that first gunfight on Scump. I mean, you're pre-aim there with an ICR. Scump's flying in with a SOG to tree. I think we didn't see it from Scump's POV, but I think he just beamed him. I just think he hit every bullet and smoked him.
Yeah. TJ comes through with a cluster.
And it may not have mattered, honestly. Yeah, the cluster picks up 2 and just wreaks havoc. You got to feel pretty good if you're OPTIC to think that, you know, you brought Dashy and TJ in to help with search, and they've both been so good that you can lose 1 and still be okay at search. Like, considering, you know, like last year, or, well, hell, most years for OPTIC.
Well, there's the hard counter from OPTIC. They send Karma and TJ up the street, but Slacked and John able to respond, so now it's a 3 versus 3.
But look at that number 7 on the minimap. Scump's starting to work his way up.
Gotta be careful here. He can't get caught. If he loses a gunfight, that's when it gets scary. But he's able to win 1, and then look, there's the finesse out of Scump, and now his team is there to help him. John does find 1, but there's the flank. Doesn't expect it. It's on to John. 1 versus 1. He knows where he is. He's gonna spot him.
Crim's got this ICR, and he's trying to get himself maybe a little range there, back it up and pre-aim it, but that Maddox stock available. The wide peek comes in from John and lines him up. We'll see the clutch here from John's POV.
I mean, he's just the last guy, so it's just like he wins that big one-on-one versus Zuma. Scump, we saw he won his gunfight. The trade came in and able to win the last one on the Crim. That's a big individual play. You need those. Keep you in the game. If you lose that one, you're down 5-2.
Those moments have been a while. Yeah, that's been getting LG map wins at times, right? 4-3 for OPTIC.
All right, let's take a look at the specialists. Everybody's getting pretty close. TAC 5 used by OPTIC Gaming.
Now, can we go to Classic? Let's see how he plays it this time. This hit's going to come in. Does he get caught?
Nobody's watching mid.
No eyes on mid. He's going to get pushed. And
John used TAC 5 as well. That's a waste of... Oh, that's just such bad timing. OPTIC switch it up. Crim peeks wide at the truck. Nobody watching over in middle.
What can Classic even do in that spot?
Someone's got to be watching his mid.
They're so worried about an A push that No help for Classic.
And maybe they know Classic does the same thing every round, right? You can trap them inside that connector. Where we saw Crim, when he peeked the B street, he goes back alley, right? He can't get caught from top middle. So that's just a great mid-round adjustment out of Optic Gaming. Classic goes ice cream every single time. Let's just trap them in there.
It worked. Karma getting it done in the round. Right as you call out the TAC 5 coming in, he picks up 2. No use really out of that specialist ability at all. For LG. One more round needed for Optic. We'll see if they can close it out here and take a 2-0 edge in this series. We wondered if LG were going to put up a fight. I mean, they haven't been blowouts by any means, but Optic winning comfortably.
What does LG do? This is where they've struggled from time to time. They've had some success at B. Crim, though, spotting it from the top. Not going to see anything right away.
Isn't this the map where you get really frustrated with LG the other day because they just weren't adjusting mid-game?
They just went to A like over and over again. Crim now with the Annihilator. Can he hit the shot? Formal still challenges it. Crim finds the first blood. I think you have to, you hear the first one, you'd probably back on down, but he doesn't. And now you have Karma in here, and well, there's a grab slam. The specialist gonna close this game out, you would think, for Optic. Crim finds another one, just one player left, it's John.
Well, he's had
the other
one
side of the
clutch. Can he somehow do it again? This would be a 1v4 and one of the more insane plays we've likely seen over the course of the Pro League. Doesn't even get it started. Optic Gaming again on the board. 2-0 lead for them. They look the superior team in hardpoint, and the same could be said for Search.
It talks about TJ, I mean, but it was Crim and Karma. The vets, I mean, you had 10 kills from Crim, 9 from Karma.
We'll take a look at the play of the game here as we hop into a replay from our last round. The scuff play of the game.
You hear that? Like, I don't know. I guess maybe he didn't have time to get away, but that's a first blood for Crim. And now LG, because they waited so long, you only have 45 seconds. You know there's an Annihilator at that B side, so you have to go inside the A. Karma's like, all right, great, because that's going to set me up with the grab slam. Crim's here for the rotation. John's just on the other side of the map. Tried to make a play, but this individual player here just relies on his team staying alive so he can go on a flank.
And I think just overall, you're going to need Classic to step it up in this series. What, 2-8 in the Search?
2-8.
Yeah, 2-8 in the Search, and I don't remember, what was it, 14-30 or something in the map 1. And it's not all on him, but it's just when you look across the score for everybody else, I mean, it's been the one thing that stood out across the 10 players in map 1 and map 2 to me, just from a stats standpoint. Optic firmly in control of this one. It's the final match, might be the final map for this first leg of Division A. Division B gets here soon, but we're not done yet.